Hey everyone, Sophia here, and I'm joined by Jehanne Rousseau from Spiders, coming all the way from Paris to show us her new game. So what are we seeing right now?
So, we have just already reached the second world. You will be able to go into Faery.
So the name of the game is Faery.
Faery Legends of Avalon. It's the first episode, we hope at least, of a story based on all the legends and fairy tales of the whole world, not only ourselves. And you have to discover why the magic is leaving this world. Because when you awake first in Avalon, the first place you will be able to go in this game, you will learn that the magic is disappearing and that all these fairycal realms are dying. So you will have to cross some mirrors. There is some.
The mirrors are down there.
And you can see the Tower of Avalon here, to find out what happened to these different worlds that are disappearing.
Okay, so this is an RPG.
Yeah, it's an RPG very based on adventure and exploration. So as you can see, we are flying, so you disappear the world in 3D, and you can fly over, discover, for example, I've seen a small house here, and see who is living there. But I'm afraid she will not get out for now.
And so there are different dialogue trees that, when you're communicating with different characters, how does that affect the game?
Well, in fact, each character you will meet will give you some different dialogues option, of course, not only linked to side quests or things, but linked to the whole story itself. It will give you information on what happened to the world, but your interaction with these characters will influence the story. And, of course, the different endings of the game, but it will influence too the way they like you or not. And, for example, your companions here, you've got different companions that you can recruit in the game, 6 in the whole game and 2 are optionals.
Oh, so these are the companions that travel with you and fight with you.
And you build your team with 2 of them that you had to your team, and of course you can go to see the others and change your lineup at any time. And when you talk to them, they can become more or less friendly depending on the choices you're doing. It's not only about being kind or not, it's more about what they like, really. For example, this guy really likes nature and animals, and if you harm animals, he will like you less. And if you help animals, he will be more and more friendly. And the more friendly they are, the more powers they will gain, and they will be, after a while, they will even give you some presents, and they will help you, give you some clues or information, and that's it.
And there's also customization options for your own character too, right?
Sure. I will try to show you that. I'm afraid I've not level to take now, but you can see your whole character.
Different parts of your body will give different...
In fact, at the beginning, your fairy has just only 1 pair of wings, and while you're playing, you will be able to change the type of wings, turn it to dragonfly or butterfly or bird, add some lower wings and pattern them, and finally you find back all the usual skills trees, so except that it reflects on your character. So while your character is evolving, you will see him changing and gaining some new powers. And after a while in the game, if we look here, you can go back in your history. You see that your character is changing.
Okay, so she's always evolving as you go on.
Yeah. And at the end of the game, you will have probably some antennas, horns, very big wings, and all the stuff. Of course, you can change your equipment too. And there is 16 different sets of equipment in the game that are all spread around different worlds.
And let's look over some of the combat. We'll jump ahead to a different world. All right, so tell us about this world.
So it's the second world you visit after the tree, and it's a pirate ship. It's a Flying Dutchman finally. So here all the guys you will meet are linked to sailor legends. And you will be able to fight, for example, some of the guys here. There's ghost pirates. In fact, they are mutinies, and you have to make them a little more quieter because you have to meet their captain, which is for now hidden from them.
So it's a turn-based battle?
Yeah, the combat system is turn-based. Well, it sounds for us more interesting because it was linked to this type of universe, more interesting to go into a turn-based system, and it was more console. As you can see, I've got my 2 companions working with me. I can choose their action, of course. And each companion has his own skills that will be very interesting in the combat.
And you can actually line up 3 actions here, right? And does that increase as time goes on?
At the beginning of the game, you've got only 1 action point, but it will not last long.
Okay.
And well, once you advance in your game, you will gain more action points. And as you can see, the different spells needs, some of them that are more powerful needs more action than 1, and you will need to wait 1 turn or 2, depending on the power of the spell, to be able to launch them. For now, as it's the first turn of the battle, I can only use these simple spells, but of course at the second turn it will be... Oh, these pirates are resistant to a lot of magic, but it is interesting because, as you can see, each enemy has his own resistance depending on his type, and yeah, normally it's nothing.
Yeah, that and easy see-through. All right, so when is the game coming out and on what platforms?
The game is coming out in November, and you will be able to find it on the Xbox Live Arcade, on the PlayStation Network, and on Steam.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.